A very warm welcome back to Six Ashes for episode 39 with me, MrSealyp. I really need to get this bunker silo emptied before I can move on and do anything else. So that's what I'm going to be doing for a little while. The time is on ×1. I know people get really kind of bent out of shape on the, if it's not on ×5 all the time. It's pitch black. This is the only job I'm doing. I'm going to clear this. I'm going to finish off doing the whole cropping, and then I'm going to compact the bunker silo up at the biogas plant. It's only 6 o'clock now. I'll get that done easily before the morning, so it's not going to have a major impact. I just decided to leave it on that, so don't be cross. It's not the end of the world. It'll all be fine. Right. So, first of all, load off of field 21 and 22. I've got a little bit more to do on field 22. And then I'm going to move up to field 16. We're not going to get a huge amount. I mean, I've done pretty much 2 fields, and we've only got 55,000 litres of chaff. So it's not going to be a massive haul. There's no way it's going to be a massive haul. But again, it's better than losing the crop entirely. So it made more sense to whole crop it. I am still incredibly worried about these poplars, though. I don't think they're going to grow. I don't want to have to replant them and then skip through an entire year so we can get a poplar harvest in, but that's potentially what I'm going to end up having to do. Anyway, once this is all done, up to the biogas plant, I'm going to compact the bunker silo, ready for blanketing. I think that's going to be the next job after this. That might take a while though to do this. And as if by magic, here we are. Over 1 million litres in here, which is pretty good. I'm not quite sure where we're up to. Oh, I've got the Holeras Stego, isn't it? At least that I thought would make compacting a little bit quicker. It's not having as much of an impact as I thought it would, in all honesty. The older one, FS19, you could fill with water, was brilliant because it really seemed to speed things along. 91%, nearly there. I shall see you bright and early in the morning. It's day 2. It's early winter. We'll go over to CJ Farms later on and have a look at what we ended up with in the silage clamps. We did all right, not fantastically. Both the horses, Estabella and Tartarus, are ready to go back to their owners. We've got them both up to their fitness levels. I know I haven't done a lot with them. In all honesty, I just ride both of them every day. The feed that I put in, that stack of pallets, has barely used the top part of one of the stacks of pallets, and I bought 2 of them, which we'll also have a look at in a minute. It's only just started to get light, just gone 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's been pretty dark up until now, so actually I need to check, what are we at? 53, 54% riding. Yeah, health is 100%, fitness 100%. We have nursed them both back to health. We'll probably be getting another 2 in. Once they reached 100% fitness and health, we were getting about 1,750 odd each day for stabling fees, which isn't a huge amount. I thought it might be a bit more, but obviously the more horses you have, they don't cost you anything to buy. All you've got to do once you put a bit of feed in, that one hay bale that I got for both of them still hasn't finished. I'm still, and it's been how many days? I've had them a few days now. So other than 10 minutes, 5 minutes for each horse, I'm making nearly £2,000 every day on top of everything else. Even if that just covers, I don't know, hiring workers, or it covers a bit of seed cost or fertilizer cost, or it's a good way to cover a bit, and it's something else to do, isn't it? So we'll get Tartarus back. Now, today could be great. It could be an utter disaster. We shall see, because of the problems we seem to be having, a lot of farmers seem to be having, with animals not wanting to get into livestock trailers. I'm hoping it's going to be fine from paddock to paddock. It seems to be just the livestock market, I think we'll find that out. So what I will be doing today is putting these horses into a trailer. They're going to go off back to their owners. We may grab another couple. I need to speak to Mark Wellings and see if he's got any other owners that have got horses that need any, looking after at our horse hotel. And then we are going to be getting our dairy cows for the other dairy farm. We are going to be, KJ Wiggums is dropping by. He's going to transport some total mix ration from our silo at CJ Farms up to the farm. That will be for their feed. So we'll get them fed. We'll worry about later down the line, because I can always ferry up a load of 39,000 litres, whatever my trailer holds. I can always do that whenever. I can take another 39,000 litres up and we'll put some in storage. I can ferry it backwards and forwards, but to get started off, so the problem we may have, and I think during this current crisis we find ourselves in, the livestock market are not happy about us coming down to collect the animals for ourselves. To avoid anything, a socially distanced transaction is what we're going for. I think they're going to be delivering our dairy cows. Unfortunately, that's going to come with a cost, but I'm haggling with them at the moment to see if we can get a deal on that, because it's not our fault. I'd rather go and collect them personally. So will we get a refund? Maybe. I don't really know. I wouldn't have thought so. Let's just hop out here. Let's open the gate. Say hop out. Oh. Tartarus, the magic horse. Well, they're going to both go back in there in a minute anyway. So let's just check. Right, just cleanliness. Hang on. Estabella. Yep, just need to clean Tartarus and be good to go. As far as the cattle in the large cattle pasture goes, they are up to 1,247 pounds in weight. So we are within that magic window between 1,200 and 1,400 where we can sell our meat herd. I'm going to keep them going a little bit longer. At the moment, I did check, they're worth about 3,600 and something each, so we've made a bit of profit on them. But I'm going to keep them a little bit longer. I want to try and make a bit more on them. Right, now standing still. Okay, they're good to go. So this is where we're going to see whether or not we should be, like I say, that bale there. Let's see what we've still got on it. Not a huge amount. 1,445 litres left. That's the same bale that I had when I started off with them. And I've had them a few days now. So, yeah, I haven't really... That's one of the pallets, and that's all we've used off the top of that for 2 horses. So, in all honesty, my outlay is far less than what we're making, which is where we want to be, really. So, let's see now. Right, I can put them into the trailer. No, I can't. What's just happened there? Great. So that's just charged me 600 for transportation. I was trying to put them into here. What did I do wrong then? Trailer wasn't far enough in. So I was so focused on the fact that it worked. Oh, you muppet. Never mind. They've gone back. Teleported back to their farms. So what I'm going to do now, I'll leave the gate open because we haven't got anything in there. I'm going to go off and see if we've got any more that we can bring back. While I'm off doing that, KJ's supposed to be, well, supposed to be arriving around 10ish to start moving some TMR up to the main farm, and then, like I say, we'll probably have to have them delivered. I don't know how many we're going to go for. We might go for 20 dairy cows to start off with. Do I want 20? Maybe 30. It's what I can afford, really. That's the other thing as well, because it can get a little bit pricey. Right, we're good. Sorry, I probably seem a bit flammed, so I'm running through all different things in my head, and because obviously I was thinking of 4 things at the same time and doing something, I made a mistake with the horses. So this will be load number 2 for KJ Wigham's haulage. I think it's going to do 3 for us. That's 79,000 litres. That's not going to storage, that's going to the troughs. That's going to be feed. They're very, very good at their jobs. I've always relied on them for my haulage needs. Right, okay. We've got one horse to replace the two. That's all that Mark had on the books for the time being. That's not a problem. It's an Andalusian called Andioop. Somebody's down with the kids, although possibly a little bit out of date. Never mind. So what we've got in the troughs and stuff should be absolutely fine for one horse. It was okay for two, so should be more than enough. If we get any more at any other time, let's see if unloading can go a little bit better than transporting the other two. And let's see if we can keep it the same colour when it goes in. That would be helpful too. There we go. Plenty of feed here. Let's close the gate. Yes, it's the same colour too. I think actually I probably need to put some... There's me saying how much I had in there. I probably need to put some more in. Oh no, I won't know, will I? Let's double check how we're looking. Oh yeah, I could do with a little bit. So, health is 100%, fitness 76, cleanliness 100%. So it needs riding today, and it's the fitness we need to get up. We need to sort that out, which shouldn't be a problem. So we'll do that. We'll sort that out later on. That should be all it takes. Check it again. Yep, hay's topped up. Now what's also suddenly dawned on me is if I'm going to have another operation running up at the other dairy farm, I'm going to need a vehicle for mucking out. Are they going to need mucking out? Well, I'm going to need a vehicle up there for moving things around. I've got this here, which used to be at CJ. I'm using the telehandler at CJ. I'm using the Fent at the pig farm. Do I now need another piece of machinery? Potentially. Let's see what the cows cost us. Up the fence. I'll take the trailer back, whiz back to the farm. By the time I get back there, KJ should be there. I'll say KJ, one of KJ's associates should be there, getting the next load. Like I said, 3 loads should be going. What I will do is grab the... I'll grab the class, I think. We'll grab our trailer and we'll take up a load of straw for bedding. Oop, should have looked, shouldn't I? As soon as I pulled out, I thought, didn't look to the left. Hey, Land Rover's not a Land Rover unless it's got battered panels somewhere. I've still been keeping my eye out for one of these. Blimey, they hold their price. Right. Let's discount that. And off we go. I'll look both ways this time before pulling out. The day races away. I've got some ploughing to do. All of my fields that were cleared have been fertilised once. I did that in the pitch black last night. But when I say ploughed, around some of the edges they're showing red. It just needs a bit of tidying up because my seed was... Hang on, no. Have I done that again? Was my seed a direct drill? Why can I never remember that? I can't remember if my seed is a direct drill or not. Regardless, planter, not seeder, sorry. So what we will do is Yeah, I think round all of the fields. I mean, field 51 does need ploughing because that had corn in it. I think it's field 21 and 22 that have got red around the outside of them. So I just want to run around the edge of those. So I don't know. I'm not sure what plough we're going to go for. I was going to use the RYC1, but there is a John Deere one available. There's a John Deere 2410, I think it is. Fairly low horsepower requirement and 12 metres wide. But it might be a bit wide to take down the lanes, so I'm not too sure about that at the moment. We'll have a look at it. Might be alright. I've only got to take it, if I'm going to use it for field 51, just from the store, just down one lane, really. So potentially, I don't know. Chickens have gone berserk. I mean, it's been a few days since we last checked on them on camera, that is. But we've got 4 full there. Another one on the go. The one in there's got, I think it's half full, maybe 3/4 full. So chickens are doing really well. Is he still there? Yeah, it's still there. Brilliant. So as far as all of our stuff from last night went, engine off, lights off, out we get. In here, we haven't got a lot. So off of those 3 fields, let's go and check on here. So from 21, 22 and 16, which have all now been harvested, I got 121,460. So I've got 121,460 litres there. Which, would I have got 121,000 litres of soybean? Maybe. Yeah, potentially, I suppose. And in the bunker silo, we have now got 1,126,793 litres. So we've got a load over there. So that cornfield yielded very well. As you've already seen, these are doing well. They're over the 1,200 pound weight. I have got plenty more here, and I've got all those bales over at field 65, so I can make a load more total mixed rations should I need to. What I am going to do, yeah, might as well grab this while I'm here. We'll back it up. I'm just thinking in my head now, because I'm going to be spread between 3 separate farms. It's going to be a lot of toing and froing. I'm wondering as well whether or not to transfer the sheep, just to swap them from pasture to pasture. You know, just to give them a bit of a, bit of a change. Let's grab that one. So I'll swap over with the with the KJ Wiggums guy. They've got another full load. We'll get that feed up. I'll get the straw up, and then we'll sort out getting these cows. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll transfer a few and see what we end up with. He's just having a brew. So I'll just move it out of the way. I'm sure he won't mind. Probably getting a lot of trouble for doing that, but... Now all that straw we gathered off of field... Was it 9 when we did that contract on field 9 all that while ago? And we managed to get the straw swaths off the field as well. That is spread in every silo I've got. We got so much off of that field. So this will go for bedding. And again, another great reason why. Just because I didn't have the animals at that point, or I didn't think I needed at that point, if it's there and it's available, grab it. It may be a little bit of extra work, but in making all the total mixed ration, in doing the silage baling contracts, in doing the straw, in doing all the hay that I did and collected and baled and stored loose and stored as bales, it's now paying dividends. It's now paying dividends. It's now paying dividends now. It's now paying dividends. Because I can just come and collect it and I've got it. I'm not now thinking, oh, I want to get dairy cows, but I've got no straw for bedding. I need to, I've got it. It's all here. It's all good to go. So that will go in a minute. What we'll do is wait for the CJ. Why do I keep seeing some of CJ Farms at KJ Wiggums? Wait for them to go and then we'll head up too. Okay, yeah, so we own all this now. Off to the right, we own all this with the woodland over here to the right. We've got the sheep pasture as we come across that as well. We own, yeah, the sheep pasture here. So we can move the sheep backwards and forwards between the pastures, or we can get a whole entire another flock if we wanted to. Don't know, we're not too sure yet. And we own one of these fields. So the one directly opposite, field 70, I want to say 71. Yeah, field 71. Oh, it's a bit further up. Oh, and 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Wow, okay. I need to have a look at those then. With regard to, have they got a crop in them? Do they need any work doing over the winter? Or if we can do any. The ground's not the same frozen. Although ground temp is 0 degrees at the moment. -1 air temp. Actually, when we get there, we'll check that. I never thought to check that. So what I need to do now is keep my eye out for something a bit cheap and cheerful for mucking out. Probably just another loader of some description. Well, there is that cheap. There's a Massey Ferguson one, isn't there? Mind you, they are second hand and they're hard to find. Oh, unloaded already. Good job. Let's pull that round to one side. Now I could effectively move a load of my gear up here again. Got a load of fields up here, we've got a load of barn space, building space, we've got another workshop. We have got a sheep pen as well. So what we could do, if we brought our sheep up to the pasture, we could put them out in the pasture. When we have new births, we could bring the lambs into the shed and put the lambs in the shed until they reach a certain weight. And then put them out in the pasture. We could do that, couldn't we? It does give us a few possibilities. So what we've got to do now is bite the bullet on this. I suppose my way of looking at my head is, yes, all right. So this time round, I'm going to have to pay for delivery, for transport and delivery of the cows. But I do get my fertilizer and lime really cheap. Yeah, I suppose that's the trade-off, isn't it? We are going to be getting Holsteins. They are the queen of milk production. It says so right there in the small print. So that's what we're going to be getting. I'm not sure how many, but we'll get some of those. We'll get them delivered. They'll be good to go. We have our cows delivered. I've gone for 50. They only came to just over 100,000, which isn't too bad. Bedding sorted, feeds in. They've already started making a little bit of manure, which is great. Water trough, I need to get my pump specialist up and we'll get a pump put in. But what I was going to do was have a little bit more detailed kind of look at where we're at and what we've got. Let's move this out of the way. And then I'm going to go down and grab the plough. It is quite tight round here. So I think getting the stuff in initially, and then we'll use some smaller equipment. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do about that. So what we'll do is, I think I'll leave. Am I going to put a silo extension in? I might put a silo extension in. Depends if it allows me to. We'll go from here in a minute. Now, from here then, we have got, stop. We've got field 3 and 4. Field 3, grass field, massive, loads of grass. Field 4, massive, loads of grass. So we won't have any problems moving forward with any kind of bales, whether it be hay. I mean, straw, we may get some more at some point, but we're good for that at the moment. I think we're going to be good for everything, but we do have a couple of nice big grass fields. We've got the sheep pasture, we've got the cow pasture, which both also have grass in. If we go to this menu here, we will see then, so that's 3 and 4 either side of us. We've got fields 1 and 2. 1 has got corn in, 2's got wheat in, 71 has got oats in, all of which are growing, but we may not get another growth stage out of those because of the weather pattern incident that occurred. Field 5 is withered. That's going to need to be cultivated in or ploughed in. Actually, you know what? That's a good point. How are we looking? Soil composition. Take that off. Yeah, that's all right. We haven't got to plough it. You know, it's what I was saying earlier about around a lot of the edges, field edges, you've got these red strips that haven't been ploughed, so we need to go right up to the borders. That's what I was thinking of doing on field 21 and 22. It's not the end of the world if we don't, but yeah, I don't know. And then we've got field 6, which is also growing. That has got, no, that way. That's got wheat in it as well. So we've got a few. Yeah, the pasture there. And all the woodlands and bit up there as well. So we've got a fair bit now. Not quite sure how I'm going to tackle all of that, but I am considering. No, it doesn't matter. We bought it now. I was more concerned about not being able to afford to get enough cows. But 50 is more than enough to get going with. They're going to start, they'll reproduce. 9 months is going to be 9 months before they give birth. It'll be 9 months before we get any milk. But the whole premise of getting them now is we can get them through the start of next year and we should be okay. We're selling off the pigs and selling off all the stuff at Pineview, but the problem is we've got our 2 haylofts there with a load of stuff in as well, and I'm more than happy to keep the pigs ticking over. I really don't mind that at all. So yeah, we've got quite a bit going on. I'm going to close some of these doors actually. I don't know that doesn't have a door, that's why that's not going to close. I don't have the space, if you know what I mean, to buy more equipment. Not physical space, but other type of space. Well, I could get some. I just don't want to duplicate all my machinery. It seems a bit daft. I suppose I could get another tractor with a front loader. That would be a little bit better than just getting a skid steer loader or a telehandler, because that will give me a few more options for other jobs and stuff it could do. Oh, we could do that, couldn't we? Get ourselves a third tractor, have that up here with a front loader and a few attachments and bits and bobs. That'll probably give me a good opportunity to get that smaller trailer that I was talking about as well, for just doing odd jobs here and there. Because I really, honestly, at this moment, I'm not convinced those poplars are going to grow. So if they don't grow, my whole plan of getting a whole load more wood chips and making a whole load more money goes out the window without doing logging again, which I was trying to avoid doing logging. Why is that gate open? That's obviously been open quite a while. I was so convinced you'd be able to get over the top there and down towards the store, but you can't. Not without driving through hedges and stuff. And that's just not okay. So yeah. I call that an utter success. Whether you take that as an utter success or another success, not another, we haven't had that many. An utter success, let's go with that rather than another. Not another success at all. Yeah, sheep, bring them up here for the pasture. Maybe. The new lambs in spring will stick into the shed again, maybe. Few options available. I must admit, I thought there was more forestry up here on the hill. I thought there was a lot more. Yeah, I thought there were a lot more trees up there. Well, at the end of the day, it's more grass anyway. We've got another field there. I could plough some more of these out. If I'm not going to need so much grass or anything moving forward, I could plough them out. If I wanted to, I guess. This is another one of those maps, I'll be honest with you. I'm apart from, there've been a few little weird idiosyncrasies, things that have happened with regard to contracts. I still didn't, in my second year, get that many. I think I got one harvesting contract. I was hoping moving into year 3 we'd get some more. This is the furthest I've been through seasons. I think I've only went into year 2 when I was on Sussex Farms, and I was only running 3-day seasons on that as well, so 6-day seasons on here. And I've had a lot of people asking me over the sort of winter, Christmas period, you know, would I do a video on my top 10 mods, top 5 mods, what's my favourite map of all time, that kind of thing. I say of all time's a tricky one. This is up there. And I know not everyone likes it, and I know there have been a few problems, and some of the problems were my own fault with regard to the geo and things like that. But this, for me, is up there as one of my favourite maps. Oakfield Farm I did on 17, and the Oakfield Farm on 19 isn't a lot different. that was also, I loved that on 17. That was one of my favourite Let's Plays I did. So that's up there, Oakfield. It's always difficult, and Sussex always will be because of the amount you can do on it, and you know, all the stuff that Jim put on there for me and CLEG, and that, I know it sounds cheesy and a bit corny, that holds a really special place in my heart. That's I really love that. So yeah, it's a tricky one. I've got more I want to do on here, and I you know, we're up to what, episode 39 now. I normally Let's Plays go out to about 40 episodes, sometimes a little bit further than that. But I'm still really enjoying going through the seasons and working through, and I want to get a season where my crops work, where the weather's a little bit better, where we, you know, I don't know. And my harvester's still sat here. The harvester I bought for doing my harvesting is still sat at the store. I should really take that and put it into storage somewhere, because that can't sit there until next year ready for harvest. That's going to need to be moved as well. Right, so what do I need? I was going to look at the ploughs, and I was going to go for the one that I used before, which I found very, very good. The RYC1 6 metre, runs at 12 miles an hour, and yeah, it's a brilliant bit of kit. But that pops up, the John Deere 2410 plough. That's by GBModding, I think it is, isn't it? That's the manufacturer, through John Deere. Bit more pricey, but double the width, 12 metres. But I think it's going to be quite big. Potentially. Shall I get it and try and get it down the lane? Oh yeah, only once, don't you? Let's lease it. Now this is moving into the winter now. This is like I was saying about the wood chip thing. Because I sold all the wood chips I had, and I got a fantastic price, and I spent that money on buying the other farm, which is great. That does look very wide, which is fantastic. But this is the first time now I'm sat thinking, I don't have a backup. I don't have any wood chips left in storage now. I suppose I could sell a load of TMR if the price comes up, and I have got a load of TMR, but I have got a load more cows than I ever had. When I sell my beef stock, I'm going to buy some more beef stock. I suppose that's the next thing I should do really, is buy a load more beef stock in, and they can be fattening up ready. I know I said that a while back and I just never did it, but I'm very conscious of the fact that I don't have that backup of knowing if I need some money, I'll just sell some wood chips. I haven't got any left. So I'm a bit worried. Yeah, this is wide. Okay, we're going to see now when we go down the lane just how wide it is. Do farmers in the UK take slightly larger machinery than they should down lanes and stuff? Do they clip hedges and trees? Yes, they do. I've seen it happen. I've been coming the other way down the lane when a tractor's been coming the other way with a piece of machinery on the back that has filled the entire lane, and trying to back up all the way down the lane to a space where we can both pass. Yeah, it happens. You know, it's working out that maximum you can go to, isn't it? You know, like with anything we do when we're doing stuff in game, and I suppose in the real world as well, you've got that situation where you've got the horsepower requirement of a vehicle, so you can only go up to whether your tractor or piece of machinery will allow you to, and then there'll be the size element as well. So depending on where you live, the environment you're in, how hilly, how steep, how, you know, there'll be a whole load of factors that go into choosing what machinery you can get away with. I'm catching up on my Pemberton Farmers videos. I'm still a long way behind because I started right back from the very beginning. So I have moved into, I'm within a year now, which is absolutely brilliant. And they were at the Llama show, which I really want to go to. Having gone to Agritechnica in Hanover, I want to go to the Llama show in the UK whenever they hold it again. I would love to go. And they, the videos I've been watching recently, they've been looking at getting some new machinery for the farm, which is, like I say, that's a year old at the moment. No, that's not going to get in there, is it? Or it's going to be a problem. And it's the prices as well, you know, it's looking at what you want, what you need, what are your requirements, what can you afford, as well as size and all that kind of stuff. Come on. Whew, okay. Am I going to get this across the fields 21 and 22? I don't know. But I'm going to go up and down, I think. Might do a couple of headlands at the end. But this field needs ploughing because we had corn in it. So that's what I'm going to do for a little while now. Get this ploughed. Whether I do get a smaller one, maybe the RYC one, I might go for that. I just wanted to try this out. And the horsepower requirement is very good. The width is brilliant. Usually for a 12-metre plough, you're going to be looking at 500-600 horsepower requirement, 550, that kind of thing. The fact that this only requires 200 horsepower is fantastic for ploughing. Love it. So, on that, I think we have come to the end of this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've got our new farm sort of set up. I do need to get some more equipment. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.